water lines that are broke all over the city. That has been reported. Cleveland Water is well aware, as you know, they fix that problem. They have their own priority system going on in which they learn of these pipe bursts, if you will, and they prioritize fixing them. Let me give you this: Euclid and Dome, Euclid and Chapman, right? Just to name a couple few that have burst this winter already that were high priorities that they had to get out and fix. So Cleveland Water is aware, they are on top of it. East Cleveland does not maintain the water lines, right? What we can do is get over there and put salt down, right? I would not advise the service guys to risk damaging the blades to deal with the ice over there, but we can put salt down. Please, residents and councilmen, do not go over there and try to do anything, because it gets risky for the layman, especially if you don't have training in the proper equipment. Okay, so that's that. Welcome to Northeast Ohio. Every winter, we have this same issue happening, right? I wanted to just close out a couple more remarks. Last week, many of you know I tried to have a mayor's meeting, and what I wanted to get across, because I think we're all grasping the urgency and the severity of where we're at with the three pieces of legislation: the permanent appropriation, the interfund transfers, and the fiscal recovery plan that need to be passed. We have been sanctioned to an 85% spending rate coming in March. So we have that to now deal with. The council president was in here today, and I am very optimistic as she left that we will be addressing these three pieces of legislation, not just those three, but other pieces that have been in council's purview that move the city forward, and a number of items that need to be addressed. I'm hoping that we will get these at least to a place where we get to vote on. And that was the purpose of my so-called mayor's call council meeting last week, to get these out and open for discussion so that they can be voted on. As a body council, I would urge you to get them on the agenda review and then on your council meeting to begin discussion, right? They can still be voted down if you're not satisfied and all that, but to not have the discussion is really us collectively not doing our jobs. The last thing, in regards to Martin's request, we've been down this road. I am more than willing to meet with council. I'm going to insist, let me say it again, I'm going to insist that I not be called on to call this meeting, that I not be called on to find another mediator. Please, set up a time in the meeting. I will be there. I am committed to what I was elected to do, move this city forward and working with you. I'm committed to showing up. So if you set it up, you get a mediator or whatever you feel you need to be there, call me and let me know. I will show up. But please don't ask me to set this thing up. And don't ask me to go find a mediator. Unless there are any questions or concerns of me, that concludes my remarks. Thank you, Councilman Austin.
Thank you, Mayor King. Councilor Smith.
Thank you, Councilman Austin. I'll keep it real brief because I really thanked everyone and stated everything that I wanted to state, but I'll end on this. After being present and hearing the presentation of the Financial Supervision Commission, the Fiscal Commission, I'm really happy to hear that Corinne Stevenson went to meet with the mayor today. It's very, very imperative that whatever is going on, we get it together to serve the health, interest, rights, and needs of the people. While we are here as elected officials, struggle to put whatever to the side that's in front of us As you heard tonight, our residents are messing up their vehicles and things of that nature. We need to be concentrating on that. The power plays that's going on. I mean, you know, the sit down is good. To me, the two people who needed to sit down, they sat down today, as well as certain individual need to just sit down with herself, as well as other individuals. They know what's going on. And I'm talking about elected officials around here. We all know what's going on, including the people that's perpetrating the situations. Just stop. Just stop. Please, on behalf of the people, just stop. Let's pass these 3 pieces of legislation. We've been doing real, well, let me watch my words. We've been having, in the words of the Physical Commission, we've been having some improvements these past 3 years. But now, according to them, we are at a standstill out of nowhere. And it doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't know why. I know why. The rest of whoever else, you can sit here and act like you don't know why if you want to. We know why. There's nothing funny. This is government. We know what's been going on since September. Let's end it. End it. I'm begging my colleagues to end it. Stick with the facts. Stick with the things that you don't like. But all this elevation of lies and all this politicking, it needs to stop. It needs to stop. Potholes, icy roads, demolition, the finances, the rebirth of East Cleveland. That should be the only thing that's on our minds. Thank you.
Councilor Smith, thank you. As we prepare to adjourn the General Services Administration meeting on today, like Councilor Smith said, there are some things that we know we need to fix internal to the council, and everybody has an equal influence on the way we move forward. And I want to remind each individual on this council that we have an equal influence on how we move forward, and to allow going forward one person to have such a negative impact, we have to stop it today. So subject to your questions and or concerns, this concludes the General Service Administration meeting at.
Oh, Councilor Austin,
Yes, ma'am.
before you adjourn, I have 2 questions for your committee members. Is it the general consensus that we're going to move ordinance number 1421 and resolution 1521 to the next agenda review?
Yes, Madam Clerk, thank you for reminding me.
And would the other counselors like to co-sponsor either piece of legislation?
I'll co-sponsor both pieces of legislation.
All right,
All right.
Councilor Smith?
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Councilman Martin. I too, as well, would like to follow in those footsteps and sponsor both pieces of legislation.
Okay, so we will put Councilor Martin and Councilor Smith as co-sponsors on ordinance number 1421 and resolution 1521. And both pieces will be moved to the agenda review, the general consensus of the General Services Committee members.
Thank you very much, Madam Clerk, for the reminder, for reminding me and keep me on task. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. It's on record, so nobody can say we didn't do it.
Great, thank you. So subject to your questions and or concerns, this, we're gonna adjourn the General Service Administration meeting at 6:39 p.m. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Be
Thank
blessed.
you, sir.